YBC Dul's brutal death shook up the Philly drill scene.
Sure did.
But the story behind what really went down is crazier than anyone
Sure
thought.
live.
YBC Dul's death was actually the last death of a wild shooting spree that ended with a teenager and his mom both getting charged with murder.
Crazy.
And today, we're gonna break the whole thing down. YBC Dul was killed on August 23rd, 2024, after some shooters caught him in traffic with his homies and aired out the whip. The shooters crashed out in broad daylight right in front of security cameras, and it didn't take the cops long to start breaking the case down. Just 2 weeks after Dul's death, the cops booked a 16-year-old named Aiden Waters for killing him. According to the cops, YBC Dul wasn't the only dude Aiden Waters took out though. They claim that Aiden Waters was involved with 3 shootings in just 5 days, and the feds have a ton of evidence to put him away for life.
That's crazy, like, to think about how young you is, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you did 3 shootings. That's just what they know about. You see what I'm saying? It might be more than that. Do your homework. That's just what they know about. You trying to unalive people like that, my guy? Shit, go get you some ass or something, man. You feel me though? Yo ain't got no girlfriend or nothing for you. Don't like, goddamn.
Aiden Waters allegedly reps a crew called Fast Break, and the cops said that they were tearing the city up in 2024.
It sure
but
was.
The shootings that ended with YBC Dul getting killed all started with a car getting stolen on August 14th.
Okay.
According to the paperwork, an unnamed witness called Witness Number 2 told the cops that he knew a dude named Julius who stole a 2018 Kia Sportage from an apartment building parking lot so he could sell it to a dude named A-Roy. Then 3 days later, 2 dudes used the Kia when they went to the live casino in South Philly and robbed 2 people at gunpoint.
Okay, so they used that stolen car to go rob somebody. It's crazy, but at least that makes sense. Yesterday, we reacted to somebody who stole a car and parked it at the house. What the fuck? You not even...
Stole a Rolex, a designer bag,
they stole a
cash.
Rolex? Oh, they got good that day. You gotta be careful coming out them casinos, man, you know? Like, even in Vegas, boy, you know? Like, you gotta be real careful. Vegas a little bit more secure, but places like Philly and even out here in Miami, a lot of people will camp on you in them casinos, bro. See you with some money. They see you got some money, or they see you got a watch on or whatever like that. They see your girl, you know? And you go in and come out, they gonna think you either got some cash on you, you might have won something, or they just gonna take what you got on you.
But luckily, nobody got hurt during that situation. One day after the robbery went down, 2 dudes rode down 500 Centner Street in another stolen whip and started shooting. They hit a 14-year-old in the leg and grazed a 43-year-old dude in the stomach, but the shooters weren't finished yet. Just a few hours later, a teenager named Marquise Saunders was sitting in his car with his homies on the 200 block of East Duncannon Street when the shooters pulled up and started airing out the whip. Marquise Saunders was hit in the head and tragically died later that night. After Marquise Saunders was killed, the shooters dumped the getaway car and set it on fire to get rid of the evidence. But the cops found it a couple hours later, and it was clear to them from the jump that the shooters didn't know how to cover their tracks. One of the shooters had hooked their phone up to the car's system, and that's how the cops were able to get their info and find some crazy
You see, it just when I start giving y'all some good criminal credit, y'all, I want to put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did? End up being slow as a box of chips, man. So you trying to tell me you connected your personal phone to the stolen car and then went and burned the car, but you too slow to be like, hey, let me not connect my phone to this car. Why would you connect your phone to a stolen car?
Jail calls. The cops had already been investigating Fast Break for years. They've been around since 2022. Back then, they were called Headshot Gang. And before the cops started solving the YBC Dul hit, they had already booked a couple Fast Break affiliates for murder.
Gang is crazy.
Allegedly killed a dude named Christopher Dowling in February 2024. And a month later, a Fast Break member named Manal Bugs allegedly shot 8 teenagers outside of a high school. When the cops found the burned getaway whip and tracked the phone calls, they found a jail call where a Fast Break affiliate told Ryan Purcell he was smoking Marmar, which was allegedly a reference to Marquise Saunders.
Yeah.
And in another call, Aiden Waters told Ryan Purcell that there were 2 different scrimmages in one day. Scrimmages are what they call shootings.
Scrimmages like a shooting. And a slam dunk is a homicide. Y'all so slow. Y'all not even like, y'all think y'all smarter than the 5th grader gang? You think somebody ain't cracking this code?
A slam dunk was when they actually killed someone in one day. Scrimmages are what they call shootings. And a
like, gang, you think the police, y'all call y'all fast break. Y'all using words like scrimmage and slam dunk, saying you smoking Marmar. Bro, it don't take a genius to fit. You feel me though? You don't gotta be.
Slam dunk was when they actually killed someone. According to the cops, Aiden Waters self-snitched like crazy about the 2 shooters that went down the same day.
There were 2 different scrimmages in one day. Waters and Purcell. 1 slam dunk and 1 went in and out. Like, anybody could figure that out. Especially the police whose job is to figure this out every day. Like, man, y'all.
So Ryan Purcell, they had 1 slam dunk and 1 went in and out. At the time, nobody knew that the whips getting stolen, the robbery at the casino, and the shootings were all connected. But Fast Break was crashing out like crazy, and they weren't finished yet.
They was trying to go to jail.
August 23rd, YBC Dul and his homie Baby 35th Street were driving down the road when a stolen Kia Sportage pulled up next to them. Dul and Baby 35th Street were blocked in by traffic and couldn't get out of the way. And that's when the dudes in the Sportage started shooting. Dul got hit at least 3 times.
Let me see, make sure I got this straight. So this, cause this look like the same damn car down there. So this car is YBC Dul in here in this car. Cause I thought at first I'm thinking he in this black car right here parked, but I think he's right here. And they pulled up next to him, emptied the clip or whatever, and pulled off. I think this them that
Dul and Baby 35th Street were blocked in by traffic and couldn't get out of the way. And that's when the dudes in the Sportage started shooting.
Yeah.
Dul got hit at least 3 times.
Damn.
And by the time he got to the hospital,
it was already
too late.
Yeah.
The shooters drove off and burned the whip. But the cops found it and were still able to get fingerprints off of it and found some shell cases inside too.
So you pulled off. Y'all be slow, bro. Gang, have y'all ever seen them? Like it's a show called How to Get Away with Murder. They got SWAT. They got Law and Order. They got all type Criminal Minds. They got all type of shows, folks. You feel? You caught a body and went and burned the car, but you kept the shell cases in the car and you didn't wipe it down for fingerprints.
By that point, the cops already had a bunch of evidence, but they still didn't know how everything was connected. At first, they didn't even know exactly where YBC Dul had been killed. But then the video of his death came out, and the cops went to the scene and found more shell cases.
Yeah.
The biggest piece of evidence they had was the jail calls where Fast Break affiliates were talking about the shootings. Then the cops dusted the Kia Sportage for prints and found 3 different sets inside the whip. One of the fingerprints came from witness number 2. He's the one who told the cops about Julius stealing the Kia and said,
witness number 2.
FBI, open up!
I told y'all, I don't know why y'all go out here catching bodies with these little boys and y'all think they not gonna snitch on y'all, folks. Nobody is gangster like that because ain't nobody tough and don't nobody want to go to jail. We all just regular people at the end of the day, folks. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how tough you think you is, when that jail door slam, it's a different story, folks. That nigga ain't finna go don't do no time and do no 5, 10, 20 extra years on top of his time so he don't be labeled a snitch. They don't do that, bro. They gonna snitch on you, bro. I don't know what y'all be thinking, folks.
A-Roy's real name is Aiden Waters, and it turns out that witness number 2 was lying to the cops at first. Witness number 2 claimed he didn't have anything to do with stealing the whip and had never been inside of it, but later he told the cops a different story. Witness number 2 had been booked for a gun charge one day before YBC Dul got killed.
Damn.
He gave the cops a ton of info about Fast Break. Witness number 2 said he had hung out with A-Roy a few times, but didn't know his real name. He gave the cops A-Roy's Instagram handle though, and the cops knew that it was Aiden Waters' IG. On August 31st, the cops went to Aiden Waters' crib with a search warrant, and that's when they really broke the whole case open.
He was only out 8 days,
the crib, the cops found a loaded 10mm Glock with a switch and extended mag.
A 10mm Glock with a switch? Red? Oh my God, a red switch? They scratched off the serial number. They had a loaded extended mag. And they found a Rolex. See, that's what thing about these little boys. That's why I be saying people just be doing shit. They don't really be in the streets for real. They just be doing shit. Because you rob somebody for the Rolex, don't even know what to do with it. and you got a 10 millimeter Glock. Whoever invented a Glock switch needs to be like, I don't know, bro. You feel me? Because that is towed up, gang. Ain't nothing we gonna ever be at. Like, these switches ain't never going nowhere, bro. Like, you can literally 3D print a Glock switch, bro. It's not that hard. You feel me? And to have a 10 millimeter, if you know anything about Blix, for a 10 millimeter is a bear killer, bro. That's that one that's gonna put you down. You not really surviving. That's why they say YBC Dul got hit 3 times and he ain't make it to the hospital, because it's a 10. Like, that's not no joke, bro.
In Aiden Waters' room, they also found an empty 9mm gun box and a Rolex, which allegedly came from the robbery at the casino before all the shootings went down. Then the cops went to the basement and found 8 cell phones and a 9mm Glock that had been reported stolen. Aiden Waters told the cops that he found the 10mm Glock at Fisher Park a few days before, but the 9mm Glock in the basement was the biggest piece of evidence.
Right.
The cops already had a ton of ballistic evidence from the shootings, and the 9mm Glock matched all 3 of them.
Like, what?
Aiden Waters got booked on 2 murder counts,
yeah,
6
he not getting out,
and other charges, but the cops weren't done yet.
He not getting out.
The next dude they booked was an alleged Fast Break affiliate named Rashawn Williams. His prints were found in the Kia Sportage that was used during the YBC Dul hit too.
Right.
Then they booked a 3rd alleged shooter named Nair Briscoe. According to the cops, Aiden Waters, Rashawn Williams, and Nair Briscoe were all celebrating YBC Dul's death. And Nair Briscoe even told one of his homies that he killed Dul. According to the cops, Nair...
Look what they say right here. Check your mans in the car. Check the Citizens app. Oh my God, I could throw a party. It's Dul or baby 35th Street, he said, referring to Vix, YBC Dul, and his business manager, Namir Nash, who was also in the car at the time of the shoot. Like, boy.
And Nair Briscoe even told one of his homies that he killed Dul. According to the cops, Nair Briscoe was talking to someone on Instagram and said,
You're talking to one of the killers right now.
That still wasn't the end of the story though. Because
like, you see what, do you see? This is why I think y'all, it's something wrong with y'all. This not normal. It's something wrong with you, folks. Like, you chasing the streets so bad, bro. Like, it's a difference between being in the streets and chasing it. Like, it's the 2 different things, bro. Y'all be chasing it so bad. You want somebody to know what you did so bad so you can be accepted in the streets and be people. Everybody think you tough. That's weird to me, bro.
Mom, Latoya Donaldson, got wrapped up in the case too. She had a ring security system in her crib, and when the cops got the footage, they caught her allegedly handing a rifle to Rashawn Williams right before the YBC Dul hit, and now she's facing a murder charge too.
Yep.
Helping your son and his homies kill their ops is crazy.
It's crazy.
This isn't the first time Latoya has been wrapped up in some legal drama. She was arrested back in October for drug possession, receiving stolen property, and possession of an instrument of crime, and the case is still open. Between 2009 and 2018,
she one of them weirdo
Latoya was also arrested for multiple counts of theft,
retail theft. She ain't grown-ass lady, 30-something-year-old lady stealing out of... Come on, man.
In jail. She has a long rap sheet for drugs and theft already. But this is definitely the most serious case of her life. Right. And a lot of people are already saying that she'll flip on her son and the rest of the crew to save herself.
Oh, she gonna flip on her son for sure. I guarantee. I bet $5. Everybody watching this video, I bet you $5 for. She gonna tell on her son for sure. She gonna tell on him, yeah, he had asked me for a gun and this, that, and the third, and woody whoop, and you feel me? Like,
Aiden has no past criminal record, and when he was a kid, he was a track star. In 2017, when he was only 7 years old, he was even on the cover of ESPN magazine for being a national champion in the 1500 meter.
You on the cover of ESPN magazine, you could have went to the Olympics, got you some money, all that, but you want to be in the streets. Like, dang,
seems like his environment made him go down a different path, and now he's facing some serious charges, including murder, arson, conspiracy, and gun charges. Aiden Waters was the first dude they booked for killing YBC Dul, but now the cops don't think he was actually there when it went down. They said that Nair Briscoe and Rashawn Williams are the ones who pulled the trigger on YBC Dul, but Aiden Waters is still going to go to trial because he helped plan the hit and is the one who allegedly bought the stolen whips and gave him the guns. The cops don't think Aiden Waters was on the YBC Dul hit, but they claim that he killed Marquise Saunders with Nair Briscoe. Both of them were allegedly bragging about the shooting after it went down, and Nair Briscoe told someone that he left Marquise Saunders' head in his lap.
That's crazy.
The situation isn't looking good for anyone in the case right now.
No, it's not.
Especially because the cops are already working with witness number 2 and getting info from them. But even without the snitching, there was already a ton of evidence against the shooter.
It was kind of over already without the snitching.
Cell phone records, surveillance footage, and a gun that matched all 3 shootings. Plus, they were all bragging about the hits on social media. So it was only a matter of time before the cops put it all together. It seems like the case is pretty much closed already, but a lot of people are still wondering why Fast Break crashed out on YBC Dul like that. Some people think they just did it for the clout.
Probably.
YBC Dul is one of the hottest street.
I think that's just what happened what he was doing. He was trying to be the roughest, toughest, most disrespectful disser in the city, and he dissing everybody, and he's savage and all that. But like I always say, that do not make you bulletproof, bro. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they gonna make you a op. You might not have ever did nothing to them. They gonna make you a op just because they know that if they unalive you and they somehow get back to the hood and get away with this body, they'll be turned forever, quote unquote. That's what they think. That's how they thinking. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of how stupid that is, you still lost your life in the process and you can't come back. Ain't no reset button. You know what I'm saying? So that's what suck about the whole situation. But you got to be mindful of that when you doing what you doing, folks. If you on internet dissing all your ops, dissing people and dissing this and claiming how everybody a bitch and you more gangster than everybody else and all this, folks, then that's what's gonna happen, gang.
But there's also rumors going around that YBC Dul's ops paid for the hit. YBC Dul had a ton of buzz on his name, but a lot of that came from him being one of the most disrespectful rappers in the game.
Could have definitely paid for it.
He had ops all over Philly and was allegedly getting into shootouts in other cities too. People started calling Dul Mr. Disrespectful because he was dissing the ops so much, and there were a lot of sets that would want to take him out.
Yeah.
Fast Break had already been crashing out, and everyone knew they had shooters in the crew. So if it was a paid hit, then it would make sense that they'd be given the job.
Yeah.
There's also rumors that Fast Break killed YBC Dul because he was dissing a dude named Surf from the Mont. YBC Dul dissed him on tracks like The Wait Is Over, where he rapped, "Surf from the Mont died in that V just like Paul Walker. We ain't need a drop on Q Rizzy. We caught that nigga walking." YBC had a lot of beef with the Mont, and some people think YBC Dul was involved with the hit on Surf from the Mont. And according to some sources, Surf from the Mont had family ties to Fast Break, but there's no proof that the YBC Dul hit was actually personal for Fast Break.
Right.
Fast Break was really chasing clout in the streets, and right now it looks like they just saw the opportunity to take out a big name.
I think that's all it was.
Dumped on it. Fast Break doesn't even have a lot of rappers in the crew, and they just been crashing out. Plus, there's no evidence that anyone's been paying him for hits. Nobody really knows why Fast Break took Dul out yet, but there's already one witness working with the cops, so the truth will probably come out eventually. And if they were actually paid for killing Dul, the cops probably already know about it, and they'll be making more arrests soon.
Let's assume
YBC Dul's brutal death show.
I don't know, folks. Like I always say though, like it be crazy, you know what I'm saying? But all this shit is really stupid. So you went and caught a body, now you gotta go to jail for the rest of your life. He passed away, you know what I'm saying? Now you put smoke on your other gang, your other homies, because now people wanna do something to them just because they can't touch you because you in jail. You gonna go to jail forever. You never gonna get out. You never gonna drive a car again. You never gonna do nothing on the outside free world. Get on Instagram. Okay, you might sneak a phone in, whatever, but you can't just get on Instagram. You can't walk down the street. You can't get on the bus. You can't get a job. Like, you can't do nothing. You in prison, gang. You not really getting out for this. You unalive somebody. You know what I'm saying? You was a ruthless. Like, come on, bro. Like, that ain't happening. He unalive, his mama crying. Your mama crying because she can't see her son no more because you might as well be dead. You in jail for 70 years. Might as well. It's all dumb, and you still got a Rolex that you ain't sell. You got a stolen car that you burned. You didn't even have enough. Y'all wasn't even smart enough to wipe y'all fingerprints off the car. Y'all weren't even smart enough to put gloves on in the car, so y'all didn't put y'all fingerprints nowhere. Y'all slow. This is why I stay my ass in the house. Y'all be saying, Mac, are you scary? I ain't scary. I just know people do stupid shit for no reason, and I don't want to be caught up in that, folks. Like, because it don't even make no sense, gang.